a reality show of us at brunch while we're having our meeting. It's funny.
Oh, that's
It's funny. How's your week been?
I've been good. Yeah, I've been busy, but I've been posting more. I'm just not, I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah.
I don't want to I don't know how I never like really worded it, but like I just kind of still feel like I guess shy about like sharing it with the group. So I like kind of just want
Mhm.
to, especially because I have like all my family blocked on my stuff too, because I'm just like I want to just be able to post freely without like free of judgment.
Yeah,
So, and
it's
it's been
hard. I
helping me
understand
more.
that.
So, yeah. But I have been
It's
posting. I think
hard.
this
But
is day
I mean,
two.
we're who don't hide it from us. We're not gonna judge you. Like it's a group of a bunch of music artists who are in the same place and trying to grow. And some might be further on their journey than others. Like I know Kat hit like 25,000,
I
followers.
know.
She's like, I've been posting consistently for 5 years. She's like that. She's like, there's no trick or anything. Like I've just been consistently doing it. So
I
don't,
guess my thing is too is like, don't we want, and I don't want this to come off weird, but like, don't we want people like to gravitate towards us like naturally, like kind of organically, like not, like, yeah, like you want to build a community with people who like have us, obviously, like, yeah, we're all musicians and music artists, but we might have different like values and different, like I might say like I have like ideas of posting things that might come off controversial. So like I don't know if I like want to like I want to obviously like maintain that community within people that might have the same like-minded ideas and values, if that makes
okay.
sense. I don't
It's
know.
up to you. It's up to you. Yeah, no, it's
I don't know. I just
I
don't
hear
want to
what
come
you're
off as
saying.
like this. I don't know if that sounds bad or if that's coming off anyway, but
I mean, you're at the point now where you are looking to be discovered. So good, bad, right, or wrong, you are just looking to boost and be discovered by people, period. So if
yeah.
you have a fear of judgment, if you have a fear of perception, if you have any shame in the narrative that you are pushing or anything like that. Shame is kind of like a harsh word, but
No, I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
not shame. That's like that reminds me of like, Game of Thrones with like the shame bell. So not that deep. But really what it is that a lot of artists just have a fear of self-promo and they also have this imposter syndrome too. But I
Yeah.
mean, your stuff might not be for everyone, but let people make that decision for themselves. Like right now, and if they don't want to support it, they won't. But right now,
Yeah,
I
that
think
makes sense.
yeah, like getting this, like having the support of ICI and the people in the challenge who are in Discord every day and who will run and like comment on your video or like your videos and things like that. That's just what, this is for. It's what the community is for. So, not sharing on Discord because you think that we might judge you or something. That's, you're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting us. So, but whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you comfortable.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, talking more about it now, I mean, yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from
Yeah, girl, I literally do this for a living. I coach artists
too.
day in and day out. So I know y'all. I know y'all. And I know where you're coming from. I have some clients who have like 40,000 followers on Instagram, but get like three people who interact with her posts because they just don't want to post and they don't post consistently. And
Hmm.
it's because they're like, oh, people are going to judge me. Or like they what people fear most is the people that actually know them thinking something about them. Like, oh,
Yeah.
we're trying to be a fucking music artist. Oh, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, that's what
Yes.
you guys fear the most. And it's like, you're actually not even doing this for them. Like, you don't care if like your fucking middle school bully sees you on Instagram and has whatever to say about you. Like do like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like we are doing this for the strangers out there who feel lost, who don't have, a point of connection, who might be going through what you're going through and can relate to where you're at. But it also
Yeah.
depends on what your music is talking about. Your music could be like rave music that you made for the people who want to escape reality, like whatever it is. But that's the really big thing that you have to keep in mind when you are posting content and stuff like that. Even if you have a polarizing point of view, some people are going to agree with it, some people aren't. But you're posting this for the people who get it, and those who don't, that's up to them. But
Yeah.
we just jumped on. I don't know if we jumped on into strategy or if that was motivational speaking, but
That was
up?
motivational. Thank you.
What's going on, Takira? What's up, girl? How are you? Oh, I saw your mic was off, so I thought you were ready to say what's up. How are you? Yes, the chat is open. We can also talk there as well. Never mad about the chat. But yeah, you guys, that you've made it. You've made it through 4 weeks of this challenge, and we're really ending on a high note. Some of you guys have just started posting, and I'm actually super proud of you guys for not giving up, for not like just throwing in the towel and being like, I'm super late, like I shouldn't post anything. Even if you dropped a day or a few days, I just want to commend you for consistently posting. Um, and I would love to know, like, what has been the hardest part of the challenge. If anybody wants to talk about it, and anyone who is, whether you're on post 2 or post 20, I would love to know like your thoughts and your feedback about what's working and what's not working. Oh, it says Takira's at work. Okay. Here, let me mute your thing just in case something goes on. Because the mic being off has me feel like, oh, you're gonna say something. Um, want to play this for you guys. This is a little challenge leaderboard so far. So, we have our Discord devotees, Ariel and Desini are in there faithfully. You are as well, Takira. I actually loved, I have you as an MVP for something else because I loved the call to action that you used where you were putting other people on in your post. The only thing that I noticed is the post was like for 1 second. So I don't know if that was on purpose or not. But if the post is for 1 second, I don't even think the FYP is going to push it out. I think your posts have to be like a minimum of like maybe 5 seconds or so. So just some feedback on there. But I really did love that. And I love the call to actions that you had, even just incorporating other videos of yours into the video. Kat Kennedy, we celebrated that milestone of her hitting 25K, which was really dope as well. Um, David using his BTS to kind of do some storytelling of how he put his song together. David's on like day 20, which I didn't even realize. Like I was in the tips and challenges chat, like, what day are you in the challenge? He's like day 20. I'm like, oh my gosh, congratulations. He's only 1 week behind. Scarlita had really creative post formats as well. Max made this, so I'm like running through the MVPs, but he picked some of these. So I'm like, I know why he picked some, and for some I don't. These are just honorable mentions. Ariana, I'm gonna show a post that she did, which I really loved. And then Honey Gold Jasmine, I am just happy that she is participating, period. You're never late. You're just on time. You're doing this your way. If anybody else is participating and we are not keeping track, please drop your posts in the tips and challenges chat. I'm not sure if Max is using the ICI hashtag to go look at it, but wanted to also share this with you guys. All right. So this was. Sorry, I know the music is not going to work. So this was David's post, 5 artists I want to work with, which I think is really fun. It's a great way to do it. Got 26 likes, 3 comments. I see 2 ICI insiders in there. And that's what I'm saying, you guys, like sharing your posts with each other, it just helps like boost your engagement within the people that are here. And that will help your post be pushed out to other people as well. This one was from Ariana. And it was POV. Everyone thinks you're a pop singer, but you're actually just Panic at the Disco fan. And she is singing like some Panic at the Disco. So I don't know if you guys can hear the audio. But even just the setup of like the mic being outside, having the text hook above her head, I love that. That was a really, really creative post. This is Kat celebrating her accomplishment this week. But if you guys haven't looked at, oh, I was gonna go to Kat's page. It says it's unavailable. Never mind. I was gonna be like, if you haven't looked at Kat's page. And then I wanted to share this with you guys. So I have noticed that a lot of you guys are posting and you're posting really frequently, but if your posts are not using hooks, if you are not getting the engagement that you are looking for and you're not getting the visibility that you are looking for, we really want quality over quantity. Quantity was kind of when TikTok first came out, if you posted like 3 times a day, 5 times a day, didn't matter what you posted, like you could kind of like boost yourself and go up. Now in 2025, we have to be really intentional with our content. So this is Music by Lucas. He is another page that does specifically TikTok growth for artists. So he has interesting transitions that you can do in the house from just setting the phone down, someone spying on you, putting your headphones on, like all of these, such quick, you know what I'm saying? A hat transition. These are just quick ways for you to start your videos, hook people in visually, and really like reel them in. So if you are looking for inspiration to kind of make your content better, because yes, you are consistent, but again, is this content helping you do one of these 3 goals? Is it helping you grow your audience, your engagement, or your visibility? Is it helping you connect and engage with the people that you make music for? And is it helping you convert them to do a specific action to support your career? So whether it is them buying a ticket to your show, buying your merch, any of those kinds of things, giving you your email, streaming your music, is it doing one of those 3 goals? So if you guys are looking for different types of hooks and different types of, content strategies, definitely follow Music by Lucas. I really love his page and I want to see you guys diversify your content in a really great way. So, um, just wanted to put you guys on. That has been a page that I have really been enjoying this week. But yeah, today we are talking about your music. Your music matters and why your music matters. We're getting into that today. So my goal for this live stream is to really help you guys create emotionally compelling, hype-worthy content around your music releases, performances, projects, whatever you are boosting up. That is what I really want to help you with. I want to help you create emotionally, compelling, hype-worthy content that is going to really help you connect with the people that you make music for. So, before you even question it, your music matters, period. But we have to make sure that it gets heard, right? That is what a lot of us are struggling with is even if we make amazing music, how are we getting it to the people that we actually make that music for? So I talked about this a little bit as me and Yasamine were talking as a few of you guys entered, but a lot of artists struggle to talk about their music online for many different reasons. Some of them feel kind of shy about it because they don't want the people who know them in real life to be like, oh, like, oh, they make music now, like, and just kind of like those judgmental like things that we think are going to happen, but like whether they do or don't happen, mm, 9 times out of 10, those people do not give a fuck about you. Like your stuff is not even going to show up on their timeline. So if you're concerned about them, like, going through your followers, blocking these people, all of these things, you are wasting valuable time that you could be investing in yourself just because of your fear of what, you think, your fear of perception. You don't want to be perceived by other people. You think people are going to judge you, or since you don't have millions of streams, people aren't going to think that you're a real music artist. And at the end of the day, whether it's a flop or a bop, you're never going to know if you don't share it with people. So, let's talk about like how we can be sharing. Marketing is storytelling. It's not spamming. So us posting a bunch of times with content that all looks the same, doesn't have a really clear message, isn't building engagement, doesn't have a clear hook, a clear caption, a clear call to action, any of those things. When we are creating content, write these things down if you have pen and paper and if you can. But when we are creating content, these are the things that I want you guys to think about. Now, on your, 30-day content challenge, there is a posting checklist. How many of you guys actually pay attention to that checklist? I like those ideas. I just followed. No, yeah. Like Music by Lucas, he's so good. I like his ideas as well. But how many of you guys are using the posting checklist that is a part of the guide for the 30-day content challenge? Because if you aren't using that checklist, let me just share it with you guys real quick. If you're not using that checklist, this is just kind of stuff that I want you to be aware of. So, I want you to have a clear hook in the first 3 seconds, something that grabs their attention immediately. It could be a visual hook, like if the lighting in your room is purple, like if you guys look at Moon's image, how like the lighting in her image is purple. The lighting could be like that. You could be super close to the camera and you could be like, I wrote these lyrics on, the floor of my bathroom, and I hope that at least two people connect with this, right? If it's like a moody song, if it matches like the mood of the song, right? So you want to have a clear hook, a clear something that draws them in. If all of your content looks the same, if it's all you this close to the camera with like words on screen, if you're stuck in 200, 300 view jail, let's switch up the hook. Let's switch up what we are doing in those first 3 seconds to grab attention immediately. You also want to make sure that you have good lighting and clear audio. Sometimes when you're holding your phone, you're covering the mic. Sometimes we've talked about it's hot out and we need to clean that camera off, right? But also like where's the source of light? Like I'm always sitting in the same position because there is a window right here. So no matter what time of day it is, the source of light is always in front of me and coming directly on me, right? Because there aren't that many sources of light in this room. So the biggest source of light is going to be in front of me, not behind me. If it's behind me, I'm gonna have a shadow, little things like that. Branding elements. So using consistent fonts, consistent colors, and consistent themes for recognition. So if we are on your page, do the titles of your thumbnails, are they all using the same font? Are they all in the same position? Are they all similar? And if I ran through your page, like, are they easy to see? Is it clear for me to come to your page and in like a few seconds of scrolling? No. If you make music that I like, what you do and why I should stick around, right? That's what kind of comes in with your branding elements. Your engaging caption, we want it to be clear, concise, and you always want to have a call to action. And it shouldn't just be like, I have a new song out, go stream it. Like, no, that is not the call to action that we want to have. If you are promoting your song, let's say it's you and your friend sitting in a lawn chair and being like, POV, you just found an indie band that grew up on Paramore and Panic at the Disco and is still small enough to reply to every comment. So I just told you like like what kind of music I make. I told you that still can reply to every comment. So it's like there's a call to action in there where it's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm lucky enough like if I write a comment, they're going to respond," right? So it's like you're telling someone to do an action without directly telling them to do an action. But if you want someone to stream your song, instead of saying link in bio, you should say you know, comment comment something. It can be an emoji, it can be a word, something like that. If you want me to DM you this banger, right? Little things like that that are encouraging engagement, and are that leads to like a direct call to action that you are trying to do. Hashtags and SEO. Hashtags and SEO, search engine optimization, that just really comes down to like the wording in your caption, also like the wordings that you're using on screen. And then the hashtags, I don't know. Some people use hashtags, some people don't. Hashtags have always worked really well for me. And I know some people said they struggle to know what hashtags to use. And if you're struggling with captions, there's a caption guide in this as well, and then I have this hashtag guide which has a bunch of hashtags that you can start off with, but then other ones will be suggested as well. So if you just start off with some of these hashtags and then you see others that are suggested that you vibe with more, feel free, right? It's like it's all a test to see what really works well. um, so this week, you guys are in the fourth week, which is about kind of celebrating and reflecting on, things that you have done in the challenge so far, which I really love. I'm happy about that. Um, is what I'm saying kind of making sense about how we can upgrade our content? Let me know in the chat if what I'm saying is making sense. Okay, good to hear. Good to hear. Yes, Langley, David, Zakira, Reem. Yes, okay. Happy to see that you guys are picking up what I'm putting down and I'm not just talking to myself. I always love to see that. So something that I want to ask you guys right now is what is something that you love about either your most recent release or your next release that you need others to know? Let me know in the chat. So, what is something that you love about your next release or the current release that you're promoting, that you need others to know? You could drop a lyric or a theme from your next song in the chat in the track. I just really want to know like what is the heart of your track? What is something that you love about your next release that others need to know? And if you don't love your music, that's another problem. If you are not creating music that you love, then we don't want it. Don't put it out. So Takira said, I really love the lyrics and guitar. Nice, nice. Reem said, my next release is bringing back a lover boy type vibe. We love a lover boy type vibe. What's up, Destiny? You are right on time. I am so happy that you are in here. So don't worry about it at all. You missed it. I gave you a shout out in our MVP section, but I am really, really proud of you for taking the bull by the horns on this 30-day challenge, for being on week 4, consistently posting, and also being a Discord warrior. And I also see you always like commenting on other people's stuff as well. So you really did this challenge really, really, really good. So excited about that. And so what we're doing right now, Desney, is I asked, what's something that you love about your next release that you need others to know? Because we're talking about why your music deserves the spotlight. Because a lot of artists are scared to share their music or they don't know how. And so you can drop a lyric or a theme from your next song in the chat, but I just want to know what's the heart of your track. So Langley said something I love about my next release is the time period that it's based on. Those mid 2010s. Ooh, the nostalgia. Oh my gosh. So is the nostalgia like in your cover art? Do you have elements of the 2010s included in your release plan? Oh, Langley, I would love to know more. If listen, if you need some help on that rollout, let me know. Next month is release planning. By the way, you guys, I'm so excited to finally do like a pre-release, a launch plan, and a post-release plan with you guys. That is what we are talking about next month. So I'm very excited about that. But love that for you, Langley. Okay, and David said, my next release is all instrumentation with no samples. I played guitar and bass, and a friend played drums and guitar. Yes, okay, instrumentation. I love that. And Yasmin said, my next release is titled Sapiosexual. So it's a lovey-dovey rap. Okay. Nice. We got people getting in their lover bag, but I love that. And then Destiny to round us out said, I would say something I love is the reggae fusion Latin vibe. I worked on this song with a producer out in Australia. I'm still brainstorming on visuals, but I'm thinking like beach Shakira vibes. Oh, oh yes, I can see you with the beach Shakira vibes all day, and I love that for you. Um, Perfect. Okay. So, yes. Now let's get into music with context. So, music with impact. So, contextualize your music. Before, after, emotion, hook, story, all of these things, you have to really contextualize your music. So, what was, what did you go through to have this track come about? Right? The before the track, like instead of saying that the track is out now, you should be promoting it the entire process, right? So from the time that it is a demo or you have like a concept or something, you can show us the before. And then when you have the final mixed mastered version that you are ready to release, you can show us the after. And what was the emotional journey that you kind of went through with this track? So it's like a lot of people, when they are making music, you have to think about the reasons that you are making music. Are you just making music because you want to be rich and famous, or does this music actually have meaning? It's kind of hard to contextualize your music if you're just making vibes, right? But even if you're just making vibes, you're making vibes with intention. You guys are artists. You're not just pulling random things out of thin air. You know when it feels good. You know when it's complete. You know when you are like locked in and in the zone. You know when it needs something more. You might not always know what that something more is, but it's like making your music is a totally creative process, right? So, what is the emotion of your music? The emotion, even if it is just vibing, what kind of vibe is it? Is it a late night vibe? Like I'm going on a midnight drive? Is it a we're like getting ready to have a good night? Like I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's summer, I'm drunk and I'm ready to go. That's a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Is it like, oh, we're at the let out at 3 a.m. and we don't know what the next move is, but like all of these are different vibes, right? So even if your music is a vibe, what kind of vibe is it? If your music is emotional and it's a breakup song. What kind of breakup song is it? There's different stages of a breakup. There's when you just broke up and you want to kill that other person if they cheated on you, or if you're feeling remorse because you cheated on them, right? There's also that point in a breakup where you're like, ugh, dating is ghetto and I really wish that they would have just got their shit together so that we could just be back together. I'm gonna be delusional about the life that we were supposed to have. That's a part of a breakup too, right? So there's different emotions that you go through. So when you are, talking about like, I have a lover boy vibe, what kind of lover boy vibe? For those of us that are watching Love Island, there's a bunch of different lover boys on there. We have Ace, which is a calculated slow burn, never had a boyfriend, but somehow I'm telling everybody how to run their love lives in the villa vibe. There's there's Jeremiah, who falls in love with every beautiful girl who walks into the villa because he's the most beautiful boy in the villa. There is Nick, who like, I don't know, is kind of messy and isn't sure what he wants and everything isn't good enough. I don't know. So there's different types of vibes. Really connect with what emotion am I conveying through this, right? Like, go inward. Don't think about what other people want from you. Don't think about what other people are going to like. If you are trying to cut through the noise and give your music context, it all starts from you because you created it. So instead of going outward and start seeking, external validation and what everyone else is going to like, go inward and give your music context with before and after making this song, the emotions of this song. What is the story of this song? This story could be like, I was just in the studio and I had 20 more minutes of time, so I made this banger on my couch and actually kept it. I thought this was going to be a throwaway track. That could be the story too. It doesn't have to be deep. It doesn't have to be that you were, in a breakup and pulling yourself out of depression. Like, that doesn't have to be the story, right? Like, just what is the story? And then what's the hook? Every song has a hook. That's like music theory 101. Like, every song has a hook. There is, if you don't know about songwriting, there's verses, there's bridges, there's a pre-hook or a pre-chorus, and then there's the chorus. There's, people, there's all different portions to songs. So what is the hook of the song? What portion of this song are you going to be promoting the most because it's the sticky hook that is going to reel people into the world that you are creating, right? So, um, example posts that do this really well. I don't have any ready to just pull up for you guys, so that's my bad. Now I'm kind of wishing that I had pulled some examples for you guys. Um, but is what I'm saying resonating? Do you guys want me to pull up some examples? Like, some formats that work are voiceover storytelling. You can always do voiceover storytelling. It doesn't always have to be directly to the camera. You can also do reaction videos to your own demo. Like, it could be a split screen where it's like we see the demo at the top and then we see you reacting to it like, oh my god, this sounds crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now that you know how great it sounds, so it's like that could be, I would love to see that, honestly. There could also be behind the scenes of the creation. So let me show you guys some really good studio behind the scenes. Destiny said she would love to see some examples, so let me pull some up. What's up, boo? You unmuted. You can say something. Don't worry. Don't be scared of me. I love when you guys talk to me. Sorry, I'm looking at posts from my former client. So this is a really good storytelling post. So I don't know if you guys can hear the audio, but it's her song Without Me. Her caption says, sometimes a breakup is just a reroute back to yourself, and it's getting dressed up and taking yourself on dates. Um, and then her just having like a list of these affirmations, like why getting dressed up and taking yourself on dates is so bomb. I know what I like. I know how to make myself feel special. I take myself to my favorite restaurants. I buy myself flowers and wine to treat myself. I remind myself how beautiful I am. All of that. So this is like a two pictures. This is two pictures. She was out at dinner with a friend and she was like, take a picture of me at the table by myself, literally. Like, and so it's one picture of her like just by herself and then another picture of her drinking wine. Super easy to do. Her song is called Without Me and the song is like saying, I hope that you can't breathe without me, dream like, and I hope that you dream about me, like all of these kinds of things. So again, when you go through a breakup, there's different stages of the breakup, and she's kind of invoking that emotion where it's like, man, fuck you, but also I can do better, by myself. Like I don't have to be in a relationship to go on dates or to, treat myself well. And so that got over, 300 likes, people saved it, all of that. And it was super low lift content. Voice over storytelling. What was another one? I want to show you guys a really good BTS as well. Um, Let's see. This was all from like our last rollout that we did together. When we stopped working together, she completely stopped posting on all socials and everything. So this is like a time capsule of us working together. Um, Let me see. So this is how she recorded something, like showing us her in the booth and like doing different runs and different things like that. Building it, stacking it, finding harmonies, different stuff like that. That's quick, easy to do. Oh, damn it. Every time I click out of it, it loses my place. Um, this is another fun like studio being like, this is what my sessions are like, where she's like, kind of doing more like vlog style and stuff. So it's like the behind the scenes of the creation does not have to be crazy. It doesn't have, but there's a lot of people who don't even know, they don't even go to studio sessions. They don't know what happens in the studio. So seeing stuff like this is like, dang, that's fire, or it can be motivating and you can build connection. Um, the reacting to your own demos, I don't have an example of that. That is like something off the top of my head, but I see that as like a split screen thing again, where you have like the voice memo playing above your head, and then you have you on camera like reacting to it. And then also like cutting in what the final version sounds like now that it's done better. So it's kind of a reflection post when it's all out. Um, Also, like, this is for you style posts. Like, let's see. Do we want more examples? Are we liking the examples? Let me know. I can look at my other client, Chrysanthemum. Yes, please. Yes. Okay, we are liking it. Okay, great. Um, let's see. Oh shit. Did someone copy her page? Sorry, guys. I think someone like copied my client's page and I need to show that to her and report it. But here, let me share my screen. She is doing really well. She just started posting in like August. And she started this new page or whatever. She has 20,000 followers. Um, she does really good just kind of like being herself on camera and talking to the camera stuff. So this is like her introducing herself, telling the story about her name, her inspiration behind music. this song is for you if your man ain't shit. That's kind of like, girl, we could have done better with that one. But she has like days in the studio showing things like that. This is like her best performing piece of content, and it's just BTS on her at the set for like shooting her cover art. And that's the thing is that I understand on shoot day you're not thinking about doing this. Bring a fucking friend. Bring a friend, have a little $20 mic that you can get off of Amazon, and have your friend asking you questions and stuff. When you're done with glam, when you are, waiting for them to get the lighting together or whatever, little things like that. It can really turn into like relatable content. And like people like to see things like this, like the behind the scenes of how this shot came together and everything that got into it. So those are just some, and then even her, like people just like her personality and stuff too. I hate my voice. But I don't know if you guys can hear the audio in those. So if you can't hear the audio, my bad. But she's like, hi, hello. And then she goes, fuck, I hate my voice. Like, but yeah, it's okay to be awkward. It's okay to be awkward. It's okay to not have it together. Just show up as yourself, the most important thing. Um, but yeah. So who has a draft post or a teaser that they're working on that they want to drop or screen share for some feedback? Anybody? Anybody? I would love to give you feedback because I can show you guys examples and I can give you guys strategy all day. But, if I'm not able to see what you're working on and give you direct feedback for you to apply or for you to know how to make things better, I'm kind of always stuck just commenting on the stuff that you post and being like, oh, maybe you should do this. Oh, maybe we can do that. Oh, this is how you can do it better. So if anybody has some posts that are in their drafts that they are working on, that they want some feedback on.
Hey,
You're
can I ask a question?
Yes, girl, what's up?
What's up? Okay, the example you just showed was perfect of your client, like her best performing content when it's like behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
It was a perfect example of what I'm dealing with right now, where like I have this type of content that does really well every time. I would not consider it to be like provocative or anything like that, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the only one that does well. It's like a carousel slide selfies only attracts comments like the one she got where it's like looking good, looking cute. Like it's only being pushed out to men. And
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, in your experience, like with this client, is that translating to streams or is it just like kind of empty views? Or like, how do you look at that as a strategist? Because that's where I'm at. And I'm like kind of stuck and frustrated, I guess.
No, I feel you 100%. So, with her, our goals initially remind you, like she started at 0 in like April is when she started posting. So, our initial goals were to boost her growth. And so, I think that was your initial goals too, is like, I'm just trying to grow. Now it's about building connection. And so, the way that you build connection is by posting relatable content. So, let me get some example hooks. You're gonna like Kat, your content looks really, really great. But the ones where it's like, hey, strangers, soon to be friend, and all of that, and it gets, a lot of views and things like that. But if it's a lot of dudes just commenting on how pretty you are, different things like that, then you're gonna want to make content that is a little bit more centered around the people that you make music for. Some of them, unfortunately, are going to be men. Men like, forest music, folk music as well. And that's just going to happen. Men are always going to think that, beautiful women are beautiful, so you can't really help it. But what you can help is the engagement invitations that you give them. So when you are making hooks that generate a specific type of engagement that relates to you, then that kind of like weeds out the people that are responding. So let me give you some examples. So these are examples of content that I created for my client, Baby Burr. So having like POV, you make dreamy pop for girls who cry in the Uber after the party, not at it, you know? So for you, it would be like POV, I make dreamy folk music for, and then it's like, I don't know the lyrics of your songs or anything, but who do you want engaging with your content? Like who do you make music for, Kat?
Um, I would say, like, same as you, like, I'm open to whoever, like, anyone is welcome, any gender, any, type of person, whatever. It's more so just like making sure I'm getting the audience that's interested in the music and not just kind of like growing vanity numbers, I guess, is my concern. But yeah, it could be like girls, it's could be guys. It's mostly just anyone who's like wants to be calmed and is like open to sharing their emotions and like into sad girl songs basically.
Hmm. So you make music for sad girls? Like, do you make sad girl songs, or what would you say? Like,
Yeah,
because
yeah, I
another
would say.
example is like POV, you make EDM for introverts that go on late night walks instead of raves, like
Uh-huh.
super polarizing because it's like with EDM, you think about always going to the clubs, but it's like, no, I make chill EDM for people who, do X, Y, and Z. So if you were to make a POV that is specifically like for the forest, who's in the forest? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about your specific fan base group that you call the forest. Like
Mhm.
what are forest members? What do they do? Where do they hang out?
Yeah, that's a great question. Like I've done ones where it's like messy haired, nature loving, like girls who are into thrifting and getting matcha or like introverts, like that kind of thing.
Hmm. Yeah, I think you do a lot of really great calling card content, but then it's about kind of the connection that you're building. So if you think that your hooks are really good at getting you views, maybe
Mhm.
you need to improve your call to action in your captions to build connection and
That
to
makes sense.
relate everything to your music, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, because even looking at your page, it's a lot of like selfies and you and stuff. Like I might see you with a guitar case or something like that. But if I come and I scroll quickly, am I gonna know that Cat makes music, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yep, just something to think about. But girl, I'm always here if you want to jump on a one-on-one call so I can give you real advice and take to what you need help with, okay? Because I would love to help you grow. Because what you are going through is like you said, you've been grinding for years. This wasn't an overnight success. You've been consistently posting content for years. But if the content is not converting to the support that you need, and if you've kind of like hit a plateau with just getting visibility and not getting the connection and the conversion that you need, then it's kind of like, I would love to do a deep dive on why and what we could change to help you get the streams that you need.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. And then David said, I have one if you don't mind giving feedback. Okay, wait. Let me look at yours, David. I'm gonna share it with the team. Wait, but then the audio, of course.
You know who to blame. Summer's here, which means we need a song of the summer. Who better to make one than some guy filming himself in his. I got this beat from Kamari, super dope producer, and came up with this scratch idea. Again, like, clearly, my goofy ass was having a little too much fun, but that's how I knew that I might be actually onto something. So I made a demo and I sent it back to Kamari. He liked it, but felt like it could hit harder if we restructured the song. You ever have someone tell you this would sound great when it's finished after you just showed them the final version? One of my favorite lines. She is.
I don't know if y'all can hear it, but he's a funny ass narrator.
after we arranged it, the flow felt way more intentional. I laid down some bass to give it some more bounce. And after another round of tweaking with Kamari, here's where we landed. And we would like dance with your pretty ass, might give it a kiss. Like, wow. No budget, no team, just me. So if this flops, you know who to blame. Summer's here, which means we need.
This was really good. This was really, really good. I think the only thing that I would change is I would have captions on the video the whole time, have those like above your head, like at the top of the video, just because um when people are watching stuff, they're not always able to hear the audio and stuff. So just having like the lyrics, or not the lyrics, having the captions above your head for the entire video. And then what was your thumbnail for this? That was a really good video though. Congrats. I liked everything. I liked the hook. I liked the storytelling.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, I would also change the thumbnail, because the thumbnail is you just going like this. So like if I come to your page, I'm not gonna know what the video is about just by seeing that thumbnail. But that was really good, David, bruh. I just wanna give you some claps. I like that. I like the story of how that came together, especially when you were like, does anyone tell you like, oh, this will sound really good when it's finished, when you just showed them the final version? Like that shit was hilarious. So great job.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it because I feel like I took longer than I have with a lot of other videos that I throw up. Like I have
Mhm.
I guess similar to Cat, like I feel like I've been getting response on a format I've been doing of just sort of throwing up like set the camera down kind of stuff. And like I've been trying to find ways. I feel like it's been bringing people in, trickling slow by slow with each post, but like I've
Mhm.
been trying to figure out a way to be more sticky.
Yeah.
And I think with a lot of the stuff that we've been doing, it's been like, okay, how can I like further express myself and the brand and just who I am behind the music? But I don't know. I have moments of like, okay, like, is this worth the time of like trying to, I don't know, put effort into this video if like these other ones that I barely put effort into, like generally always sort of do well and maybe get like more engagement here and there. So,
Yeah.
but those are great points that you brought up as well. So appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I feel you, because honestly, the videos that you put the most time into, they look best or they do really good storytelling, but they might not always perform, like you said, as well as maybe some of these videos where you're just like responding to comments that always like tried and true and do well. But the reason why we want to keep doing them is because those ones that perform well, they might get you more views and they might get you more follows, but are they building connection? Are you doing storytelling? Are you, discussing your music and stuff like that? That's why you kind of have to do a mix of content. You do want content that helps gets you discovered, right? But you also want content that gets you engagement and builds connection. And you also want content that just flat out promotes your music, like that it's not bad to have content that flat out promotes your music. You just don't want that to be the only content that you create. It has to be a mix of all of those, so that if people do follow you, or when people, not if, but when people do follow you and they start seeing your older videos put on their, the people that they follow page and stuff like that, they know who you are and they want to like stick around and connect to you. But I see a lot of videos on your page are you responding to comments, which is dope. Like, I'm happy you have this many comments to respond to, And so right now, if it's just like a consistency game and that's the, most consistent way that you can produce content, I just want to encourage you to mix it up a little bit. And when you mix it up, make sure that the thumbnails always have like a title over it, and make sure you're using captions in your videos. um, but yeah, I think what you're doing right now is really great. Because it shows social proof and proof of concept to have this many comments being like, yes, added, moi, this is fire. Like, that's good, right? So don't stop doing what you're doing. I would say just kind of try to incorporate some different types of posts in there um, to build upon what has been working for you so far. But that was good. Thank you guys. Thanks, Kat. Thanks, David. Appreciate you guys sharing with the class. Um, so we don't just post. Like when I work with clients and when we are doing things together, we're building campaigns, and that's what you guys should be doing too. Even with this 30-day challenge, this was essentially a rebranding campaign or an introduction campaign for you to test out different types of content and different formats and see what worked well for you. Um, for those of you who are new and weren't here during content creation month, or for those of you watching the replay, just want to remind you guys that this does exist. This is the weekly content rhythm worksheet that helps you. I want you guys to be able to like have a system when you're creating content. And that is how you're going to be able to really build campaigns. So break your campaigns into just three different things that you want to talk about, even if it's the backstory of why the song was made and what inspired it. Like David, that video that you showed, it told the backstory of Moi so well, but don't expect to post one video one time and people to know the story. Think about how can I tell this story in, different ways, and continue to post about it. Another thing is, when you actually drop music, that's also a focal point in the campaign is the drop. So there should be content of you performing your song to camera and telling us who it's for. Like the on-screen text hook is telling us who it's for, but we should see you performing your song. Like I haven't scrolled through your content, but I'm sure you have videos of you with those juicy lips talking about moi. At least you better, bruh. There's absolutely no way that you made a song called moi and you ain't got no videos with like a fisheye lens of you kissing to camera to the chorus. Cause that chorus is so sticky. Like moi, 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 moi. If y'all haven't heard that if y'all haven't heard David's new song, it is a banger, okay? But yeah, having performance content to that. Also, if you have a lyric video coming out, if you have a visualizer coming out, if you have a music video coming out, you should also have short form teasers for that content as well. So that is the content that is focused on like the drop. And then the reaction. So what you're posting a lot of right now is really great to see, all of these comments and the reaction to it. Maybe we should have some more content with like a bunch of, comments coming in. I've seen you post, I think the day that it came out, you had like a static post on Instagram where it was you and a bunch of the comments behind you. I think a live version of that would be really great. I think a lyric breakdown too of us like, hearing the lyrics of the chorus. Because if all we keep hearing is moi, it's like, are there other parts to the song? And I think like you hype women up in the song, talking about like if you're a baddie, that like all of these kinds of things. So take some time to do a lyric breakdown so that we can, hear other parts of the song than the 15-second chorus that you've been promoting. And then also you could do a campaign where, you have like women and stuff performing to your, not performing, but like dancing and stuff to your song and like singing the song. Like that could inspire like a whole challenge in and of itself. It's so easy to like kiss towards the camera. Wah, wah. Like a moi challenge, that's just waiting to be done. But that's what we should be doing. We shouldn't just be posting. We should be campaigning so that it looks like something, it feels like something, and we are planning it out. And if you don't know how to plan it out, check out the weekly content rhythm worksheet. It has everything from giving you like a mini system flowchart of how you can take something from idea to, posting and tracking the results. Um, A weekly rhythm tracker tells you how to use it, how to map out your flow, what you're going to be doing on the different days. And a remix and reuse grid. If you have a piece of content that you're like, bruh, this should have done better, post that shit again. They ain't see it. If they ain't see it, look, if they ain't see it, we're gonna post it again, and we're gonna post it better. And this time we're gonna have captions. This time we're gonna have a better thumbnail. This time we're gonna have a headline, right? Like this time we're gonna have a caption that has a clear call to action or a way to engage. Like remix it, okay? And these are ideas about how to remix and reuse it. So if you guys have not checked this out, I know that I give y'all a lot of worksheets. I give y'all a lot. It's a lot, okay? But definitely check this one out. The weekly content rhythm worksheet, I think, will be really beneficial to you guys because, like I said, I want you guys to start doing campaigns, not just posting to post. And even after this 30-day content challenge, now that it's done, I want you to analyze the results of the challenge. Like, did any of this work? Did any of this perform better? What is low lift content and what is high lift content that took me super long to do? And then you can kind of build your rhythm based on that, being like, all right, I'm going to have one high lift post because those take me long as fuck to edit. And then I'll have one quick, responding to a comment engagement post. And then one quick performance content where I have like blue lighting or where I'm walking, down the street towards the camera and saying, if you needed a song of the summer, I just created your whatever. There's better hooks out there, guys. Sorry, I'm not the best on my feet, but um really looking for you guys to get in the spirit of campaigns. Um and how to make people care. How to make people care. So if you are doing really good at your consistency and posting content, but it's not getting the results that you want, take a look at your captions, take a look at your call to actions, take a look at your comment prompts, right? Is it tag a friend who needs this vibe? If this lyric hits, drop a fire emoji. Tell me where I should perform this next, right? Like fun stuff. Fun stuff that is getting people interested in this. We want people to be locked in and we want people to have an invitation to engage with what we have going on. So, let's leave this session with ideas that you're actually going to use this week. I would love if everyone can write down 3 post ideas from this session. Um, if anybody wants a quick link to the remix grid or to that weekly content rhythm worksheet, let me know and I'll drop it in tips and resources for you guys. And then be sure to just keep keep it up. This is the end of the challenge. So for those of you that are on day 23, 24, congratulations. I'm very proud of you. I want you to definitely track and analyze your results. Take a look at it, see what worked, what didn't, and how you can get better. Um, and then drop one of your drafts in Discord. If you want some feedback or something, just do a screen recording of a draft and you can drop it in Discord. It can be in the Q&A chat. It doesn't have to be in the tips and challenges chat. You can even DM me. It doesn't even have to be in a chat. You can send it directly to me. Just give me some time. Okay? Give me some time to respond. Don't be like, "Jazz, I want to post this today. What do you think?" I don't even have that for my premium service clients. But yeah, I hope that you guys have at least some content ideas that you can do from this session. I'm excited that the 30-day content challenge is ending soon. I'm excited that we are able to close out this challenge together. I'm excited to announce the last MVPs of the challenge. And I'm excited for next month. Next month is about release planning. So I told you that I want you guys to be thinking in campaigns, and I'm going to be telling you what those campaigns are all about next month. So, thank you guys all for sticking with me. And until next time, stay tuned with Jazz. Have a good day, you guys.